Divorce can be heart-wrenchingly painful, and nobody ever gets married thinking one day I'm going to get divorced. We all go into marriage, we make that decision fully expecting that we will be married to this person for the rest of our lives. This is Cass Naidu, Life and Relationship Coach, and in this video I'm going to give you 5 steps that you need to go through to heal from the pain of divorce. And I really hope that you find this helpful. It doesn't matter if you've been recently divorced a few weeks or months, or you've been divorced for years. Most people I meet that have been divorced 3 or 4 years still haven't even started the healing process, right? Because honestly, nobody ever teaches us how to heal from that kind of pain. So firstly, nobody actually understands where you're at and what you're going through, because no 2 relationships are ever identical. Only you know how your relationship started, the expectations that you had, all of the good times that you've had, and then all of the struggles that you've had that led to this decision to get divorced, right? So I want you to be cautious of one-sided advice. And what I mean by that is there will be people in your life that love and adore you, right? So they look at you and they want to protect you and you alone, and they will never see it from anybody else's perspective. So they're going to say to you, forget about him or her, move on, you deserve better, we're here for you. And they want to introduce you to other people, and that is the worst thing you could possibly do. As well-meaning as it is, it's not going to help you much, because if you come out of one relationship and you move into another, then you're going to repeat the same patterns that you had in the last relationship. And nobody wants that, right? So there is work for you to do before you even contemplate getting into another relationship. So what are some of the signs that you haven't actually healed? One is that when you think of your ex, you still feel anger, you still feel resentment, you're still blaming them, you're still talking badly about them to your friends or your family, right? You could be stalking them on social media to see what they're up to. Have they met somebody else? And if their relationship status changes, then you're so upset about it, or you're angry, or you're bitter about it. All of these are signs that you haven't healed, all right? So it doesn't matter if it's a few months or a few years. These are the 5 steps that you can take yourself through to help you heal from the pain of divorce. The first step is acceptance. We only try to fix and mend and say to the other, oh, you should have done this, you could have done that better, why did you do this? We're only speaking that language if we haven't accepted that this is actually over. So that's the first step. It's coming to a place of acceptance. Yes, this is over, it is done, we've chosen to go our own ways, we have separate lives now. Accept that. Grieve. That's the next thing. We've got to grieve, right? You've lost something that you thought you would have for the rest of your life. All of these grand expectations, the dreams that we had, is all gone. So allow yourself some time to grieve. Be kind and gentle with yourself. That is so important, right? Go at your own pace. Now, I know people that it takes them years to get over divorce, right? Because they're not asking for help, they're doing this on their own. And I've had coaching clients that have gone from that deep, intense pain to a place where they're feeling freer and more content with where they are and more excited about their journey forward. And they've done it in 4 weeks. That's what happens when you have somebody that can coach you through the process that has been doing this for over 20 years, right? So do it at your own pace. You've got to be comfortable. Don't let anybody rush you or slow you down. Do it at a pace that you feel comfortable with. So acceptance, do it at your own pace. Be kind and gentle with yourself. That's step one. Step two is movement. So we cannot repeat the patterns of the past. So if we thinking the same way, we will create the same going forward. So how can you begin to change the way you think about relationships, about what happened in the past? Can you look at that past relationship and take that pain and turn it into wisdom? Not fear, but wisdom, right? Because sometimes we say, oh, I'll never get married again. That is fear. That's not wisdom. Wisdom means that I will go in with eyes wide open. I will ask more questions up front. We'll have deeper conversations up front, right? That's wisdom, because you didn't do that the first time. So you're learning from that. So take the pain and convert that into wisdom. So we're moving the mind. We're moving the body. We all know that when you move, when you exercise, your body is releasing all these lovely hormones, these chemicals called endorphins that make you feel really good, right? So movement is vitally important. And then you've got to move the emotions as well. So when there's the emotions of anger that come up, the emotions of fear, I don't ever want to get hurt again, I can never trust somebody else again, you know, all men are bad, all women are bad. When we have those kind of thoughts, those kind of emotions, those are the things we've got to shift, release, look at, see where it's stuck in our body, let go of all of that. The movement is vitally important. Step 3 is a rather exciting one. So step 3 is where you get to rediscover yourself. What are some of the things that you always yearn to do but gave up in your marriage? So you couldn't do that because your partner didn't like that, right? Did you lose touch with some of your friends? Did you always want to travel but maybe your partner didn't? So these are the things. Look at it and say, who am I when I'm not somebody's partner, somebody's parent, somebody's brother, sister, friend, when I'm not all of those things, when it's just me? Who am I? What do I love? And can you start incorporating some of these things into your life, right? When you get to that point where you feel that you're falling in love with life, you're falling in love with yourself, this precious person that you are, now you know that step number 4 is going to be really easy to do, right? And that is forgiveness. When we try to do the step too early in the process, we are resentful. We do not want to forgive. We say, they hurt me so badly, I cannot forgive them. But when you follow these steps and you get to that point where you're so in love with yourself and your life, it becomes easier to forgive and easier to accept and say, you know, we had good times and these are the things that didn't work, right? And we forgive. We don't only remember the bad. We say, yes, there was some really good times there that we will cherish forever. But these struggles that we had, I can learn from this. I can convert this into wisdom. And therefore, I can forgive, let go, release, free myself. Because forgiveness is less about the other person and far more about freeing yourself. All right? And then step 5, this is when we start looking ahead, right? If you haven't completed the first 4 steps, don't even think about step 5, where we're looking ahead in terms of what kind of relationship would I want to create next? What kind of person would I like to attract into my life? Who do I want to be in that relationship? Do I want to be somebody that is kind and loving and understanding and supportive? Because if I can be all of those things, then that is what I will want from a partner as well, right? I'm not going to ever ask for more than I can give. That is one of the cornerstones of a very healthy relationship. So these are the 5 steps, and if you go through those 5 steps in that order, you will be able to heal from the pain of divorce. If you're struggling with any of this and you want help, reach out to me. I'll leave an email address in the description box below, and I can help you through those steps much quicker than you can do this on your own. All right? So take care, and I will see you in the next video.